That's what's up, everybody. How y'all feeling today? Late night. Late night. Mm, 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 mm. I need to start a damn anime channel. How y'all fellas doing? So who we got out here tonight? I don't know. Having an open panel, open talks. See what everybody want to talk about. Everybody probably out like a light. Any of you who got Hulu, I'm going to tell you. There's an anime called Spy Family, or Spy X Family, I guess. You got to get it. Got to watch it. It's entertaining as hell. So we got Detroit 313. What's up, bro? Who else cold watching? Got at least 3 people here. You would think by now I get a little bit more respect. You think by now I get a little bit more viewage, but it is what it is. I'll make Drama Bear in the building. You know when you're part of this space. You know, when you're part of the space, you know you made it when you shadow banned. Oh, so how y'all fellas doing? Still working overtime. Hey, I'm just working. Shout out to the Waking Up Late Night Bros. Driving semi trucks, state to state. Yeah, I hear that shit. Sometimes I'm wondering, like, you have a good plan or you have a good talk or something. It really depends on your mood. It also depends on your audience. I think that a lot of people don't realize how much talent and time it takes to speak in front of people, both physically and verbally, or virtually. Virtually, that's the wild part about it. 3000 GT Atlanta, what's up? I think a lot of people think this shit is easy, especially when it comes to trying to be original, thought provoking, and other shit. People really don't know how much time and effort you got to think about subject matter. Even when people trying to debate your ass. Excuse me. Think about all the years people coming up to the space trying to debate, trying to be right, don't want to be wrong. And the fundamental flaw about it is that there's so many people who, unfortunately, can't take the heat. There's a lot of channels that did not survive. I'm actually shocked that I have 4,000 subscribers. That always humbles me a bit. I'm actually so damn bored. I'm making a second channel. Mm. Thanks for the $3 hello, Atlanta. So did you guys get finished your Christmas shopping and everything? Excuse me. How's all the holiday hubbub about? More work to do. I feel you on that one. Feels like the never-ending battle. Shout out for the 10 hour for me drama bear. I'm finally doing it because everybody's like, well, you're gonna make another channel. I'm making it, motherfuckers. Me. Got the wife of a remarkable tablet and a few other things. That's what's up. I know she appreciated it. He said if it's not at Macy's, I don't know what to tell you. Oh, I know. Sometimes, sometimes, you don't get too many times in life that you stop and smell the roses. So enjoy that time with you and the missus. I always when I come to work, I feel like coughing, man. Damn shit. I think that well, my night's going smooth so far. I'm in my office chilling, trying to get a few things in order. What about you, Simply Deep? Commonly known as That's What She Said. So I started a new channel. I have no content on it yet, but I have created a new channel. Yay.
DC Comics.
Oh yeah, I'm eating party mix. Gotta love that shit. So, what would you like to talk about? Anybody give me a subject and I'll talk about it for you. Let's get cool and interesting for a second. Well, I don't know. I'll tell you this one. On my new channel, I'll try to do some reviews on, you know, some reviews on different comics, anime, sports, gaming. Do you think there's a such thing as going overboard when it comes to seduction from a woman? If so, how, in your opinion? You're speaking on if a woman hit on you. I guess it has to come natural. And yes, I did see the new Bleach Thousand Year War. I think that people don't think that women can come off as creeps too. A lot of times people don't think women coming off as creeps. What happened is that when we're not trained to view women as such, we'll look like something's wrong with us. And instead of actually instead of actually having the treatment that we want to be treated, it's going to be looked at as foreign. It's the same way as, growing up in a black community where the girls hit on you. But if you go outside of it, girls don't do that. I know, right? What's up, Bart? I didn't know you calling yourself by your first name. He like, my mama called me loser, I'm gonna call myself a loser. Oh boy. Like a fully go on court. And drink tonight working in the office right now. Can I drink tonight? Diversify your channel portfolio. I might get lucky with the algorithm. I know, right? We may all be blessed by the holy algorithm. Well, Artisan gave me a video to look at from some cops apparently shooting and putting down a woman with a knife. Yeah, all right, that's what I just did. I just made a new Google account for the channel. She's got a knife. Yeah. That's justified. That was justified. Stop coming towards me. Stop coming towards me. Stop where you are, man. Stop where you are. Drop the knife. Drop the knife. Drop the knife, man. That female officer is a little nutty. I don't even think she pulled her weapon out. Nope. Nope. Did not pull her weapon out. And slowly backing up from this crazy broad. Even though her attention is on the male officer. No, nope. That's justified. Now to give
Handcuff her. Get that knife away. Face.
female cop did absolutely nothing, was awfully too close, did not even pull out her weapon, and in my professional opinion, wasn't worth shit. I mean, you do what grown folks do if it's appropriate.
Shut this down. Nick, stand by. Stand by over your squad car.
Oh my God. What
Just-
do we do?
All right. That's over here, right?
I know people want me to multitask, but here's the link if anybody want to join. I think that that shit that happened. That was some serious shit. Hold on for a second, folks.
What a focus. So my
Yep, it's a video that I'm gonna post here. The link. Excuse me, folks. Here's the video that I'm talking about that the artist and MC sent me. I think it's interesting when I look at police involved like this, and this shit was justified. But you never know how hot and heavy shit could go. Officer whose body cam we're watching, he had a female officer, mostly toward apartment building in complex. Sees a female coming out of apartment building with a knife, coming towards the male officer, walking slow at first. Now, starting to run. Ooh, lit her up. Yeah.
Shots fired, but accepted to step it up.
Automatic. Oh, that was a big knife too. Of course, he's gonna curse. Big life-threatening situation.
Shut this down. Okay. Stand by. Yes.
Wow. Here's the video I'm watching right now.
We're set fire.
Mm. I know his heart's beating out of his chest. Pucker factor hit in. The emotions pouring out, especially possibly taking a person's life. Starting to catch his breath. Yeah. People think these police-involved shootings are feathers in a person's cap. Many of them know it's not about that at all. At least the justified ones, anyway. Yeah, we're watching the female's body cam, the female officer's body cam. She's telling him, stop moving, even though you couldn't hear her at first. She's coming towards the other male officer. She's starting to run and jog up to him. See? There's a lot of justification in there. Whenever you're ready, come on up. Doing it live right now. I'm looking at it from everybody's point of view. That was pretty justified, man. Pretty justified.
What's up, Faulkness?
What's up? Look at us, like the Black Simon and Simon.
We should go rubbing my favorite 80s pickle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I miss those. I wish they would actually do some remakes of some of them good 80s shows.
I don't, because they keep fucking them up.
Oh, that's true.
So yeah, no, not really.
That's
think my heart can
true.
take it.
No, yeah.
Don't
Simon
think
and
my heart
Simon,
can
one of
take
the
it.
brothers. I think one of the brothers got to be gay, or they got to be Marxist or something.
Oh shit, he'd be trying to find his gender,
You know?
figuring out his pronouns.
Mm. I found my pronouns the other day called the shit.
Yeah, I didn't know you were on the stream. I'm sorry. I apologize for that.
Yeah, she
But-
gave me some good material to talk about.
No shit. But yeah, Black Bane has sent that shit to me, and I looked at it and I'm like, what in the fuck? And he was going off about how terrible of a display it was, that the people needed some damn training and stuff like that. And then I watched the video. I'm like, why the fuck is nobody touching this woman yet? What is going on? I thought it was the female cop who had actually shot her. No, it was the dude right in front of her. I'm like, holy shit, dude, why'd you unload in her face? Like, what fucking video game are you playing? Like, oh my. So, you know, you're the closest cop I know that I have a good opinion of. So, so I sent that shit directly to you. Like, what do you think it is? Let me get the police opinion.
What was Black Bane's issue with it?
His thinking was that the female needed some damn better training because she was just grossly inept with how she handled that situation. I'm actually gonna see if his ass is awake now and tell his ass to come over here so he can express himself. Because I can play what he here. I'll play his audio. What he said. Hold on.
This is where I feel this lady, this cop, she should be either suspended or fired. Definitely be trained. She was told to go non-lethal. Why didn't she just stand there and let this person keep walking? Walk past her and have to be told, tase her. Yeah, that cop is that. Yeah, she's a bad cop. That, yeah.
You heard that?
Here's how it's supposed to really be. If you have lethality in your hand, I'm not giving the taser.
Well, that's you.
I do think that she was a bag of hot shit. 20 pounds of hot shit in a 3-pound bag. I mean, she literally, she had no sense of urgency in her.
No, because my thinking was, like I told you, as soon as she walked up and the guy, her partner is saying she has a knife, he had already told her to go non-lethal. That should have been out right away. Not sitting there looking at him like, oh, but was he talking to me? That should have already been out. If that was the option, right, for her. As soon as the woman started walking, it should have been her. Hey, ma'am, stop right there. Or as soon as she passed him, taser in the butt cheeks.
She should have used her gun. Really, she should have been shot because you could see the lady.
He was not responding.
Being aggressive. Not obeying commands.
My thinking was with the lady. Yeah, my thinking was with the lady. What was she on the cell phone and walking with the knife? Like, what the fuck was going on in that situation? Some different shit.
Fucked around and found out.
Yeah, she did.
That's what you call mental cases. A lot of people don't know there's another thing called suicide by cop.
Yes, that is a thing. That's why I'm sitting there, you know, going through the psych part of it. It's like, okay, so what the hell was going on with this woman too? She had a phone in her hand up to her face. So who was she talking to? Why is she standing out there with a knife? It's obviously two cops there. Why is she walking towards a cop with a pulled weapon, trained on you, with a knife in your hand, telling you to drop it and stop walking, and you just gonna break out into a zombie sprint? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, some people want to end their lives, but don't have the courage to do it themselves.
Yeah.
So they'll get the police to do it for them.
Right. So,
it's one of the craziest things you'll ever see. Most definitely. I mean, you'll see those motherfuckers do that crazy shit, and you're like, pat, fuck you. Mm,
Yeah, that's why I asked you because you said justified, and I'm like, that's a cop. Look, you coming towards a cop with a loaded weapon, and you got a knife out, and you gonna run towards him? You forfeited something that day. You chose to forfeit that shit.
well,
There was another option.
apparently this chick, from what I hear, was a Teen Titans fan back in the '80s, and she wanted to reenact the Judas Contract.
Goddamn, Charles.
I know I ain't shit.
That's why I didn't say it. You already know. What you want me to tell you again?
This time in stereo.
This time in stereo. This time say it with balls. Like,
Bars. And 4K sound.
no shit.
Like I'm just looking at the whole situation like, yo, this is scary. And
It had the makings of going bad from the jump. Like, it's bad enough she out there in pajama pants and slippers. I'm like, this bitch already crazy. And she out there with a knife?
she nutty. Oh, very
Not
nutty.
a good look.
Very, very,
Not a good look.
very nutty.
Yeah. His nickname is
Now,
Toilet Bowl. What up, Artie? Good
You
morning.
see shit like that. It's very disturbing on every fundamental level you could think of.
Mhm.
And whew, I'm just thinking
Well-
about the whole situation. The whole situation is just,
A stack of
how can I
warm
say
shit.
it? It's like, yeah, that's it. You can even see how. Oh man, what is Vada Bit Boy saying out there? Oh, his nickname is Rim Job or something.
Yeah.
But on a serious note, that is like one of the most horrifying. And if you look on the body cam when the guy walked away, he's hitting his car, patrol car,
Yeah.
because he's going through all those emotional and physiological of adrenaline dump. His adrenaline
Mhm.
shooting up to 1,000 and just dropping.
Yep.
Going through all the
Yeah.
emotions, all the psychological. See, a lot of people think that this is like, oh, it's a cap and a cop's feather to do this shit. No. Sorry, no.
No, he just pulled up to a scene with another officer. I don't think he pulled up to that scene as I'm about to kill somebody. I'm about to, take their life from them in this moment. So when he went back to the car, he's thinking about it. As soon as he gets back to his cruiser, you see him beating on the car. And then right after that, he has his hand on his head. He got his head down. Like cars passing, thinking about what he just did.
Yeah,
I was like, shit. I feel for you.
It's a big thing to go through those emotions very quickly. And it
Mhm.
was legitimately a you or me situation.
Mhm.
I mean, what can you do?
Well, here's the question I'd ask. I was thinking of that question myself because of how it ended, right? He shot. And stupid money says you don't fight with somebody with a damn knife, right? It's like common sense. So you don't fight with somebody with a knife.
21-foot
No.
rule.
What, 21 what?
21-foot rule.
21 foot.
7 yards. Person with a knife, even if you got a gun, could cut you or kill you if they run out
Okay.
on you. Even if they could cut you, you don't even know it. There's plenty of cops who died with the holsters in the guns in their holsters. Excuse me.
Yeah, because she was about 10 feet away from him. So I'm going through the thing because I'm not a peace officer. I've never been a peace officer, right? And I'm sitting here going through the thing thinking, it's like, okay, at that close, could he have disarmed her? But then I'm remembering something you told me about most of these cops don't know how to fight anyway. I'm like, well, damn, that's
Nah.
fucked up. Probably
And,
not.
and you don't,
The first
you
thing
don't
they go
know
to.
how. Here's the one thing about it. You don't know how trained that person is. She could look like, I'm Mary Sue. But
Mhm.
guess what? What if she's trained in some type of martial art or Filipino stick fighting, which basically the same way you use the sticks is the same way you use the knives.
Mhm.
You don't know what this person's trained. You don't know what their temperament is.
No.
1 minute they're nice. It's like the gummy bears. 1 minute they're sour. Next minute they're sweet.
Sour Patch Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, she could
And
turn into a whole Doug Mercado on your ass with that knife.
yeah, and that knife, did you see the size of it?
Yeah, a whole fucking chef's knife. Like, dude, she got the whole kitchen knife out there.
Yeah,
On.
that
Shit,
should have go through his vest.
she can get close. Yeah, she can get
I mean,
close enough. It definitely would.
it'll protect from slashes, but stabs,
Yeah. See, I was
slashes they give you some protection, but not stabs.
I was thinking about that from the time I took martial arts, and they was doing this knife drill, like disarming a knife, right? Blocking and disarming a knife. And I'm sitting there thinking about that, and in his situation is like, okay, he didn't have time. Maybe he didn't have time to think about that shit. Maybe that's nothing he wants to risk his life with. Maybe it's procedure that says you don't do anything within this range, like you're saying, the 21-foot rule. Well, she was 10 foot away, starting to break into a run. He's not about to keep backpedaling. So,
Oh no! And then you got to remember, when you're in a controlled environment, like any combat sport or martial arts classes,
mhm.
it gets real different when it's live and in living color.
Yeah,
Because whenever your life's in danger, you revert back to your training. If you have not trained that shit, those skills are finite.
you say revert back to the last thing you know,
So
fighting and getting killed.
it's like this. Hey, you pull a weapon on me, I'm going to pull a weapon on you. His partner isn't worth a piece of shit, though. But
No,
from what it looks like, I don't know what county they're from or city. It looks like they don't handle a lot of this shit.
apparently
So
not.
she felt very complacent. That's what you call complacency kills.
Yeah, well, from what I've heard from law enforcement people that I know, every story that they have about something getting really fucked up with them like that is usually involving the female officer. My homeboy, sheriff, getting hurt. He got hurt because the female officer didn't come do her damn job. So he ended up getting hurt in a room full of people, fending for himself because she didn't do her job. But at the same time, she pulling the same money as him. I'm like, you better get your ass up there, bitch. I heard this and I was just in shock. It's like, she wasn't there? What the fuck? Like, you got my homeboy in a room with 5 people having to take them all on by himself. Your ass is not outside the door? You don't even make it in there? Get the fuck out of here, man. It's like, why are you even applying to these positions? Because you want to get paid? Look, I expect people to do their job if they want to get that money. And the shit was all on camera. So when I hear stories from him, I hear stories from you, I'm like, all these officers ain't created equal. Well, you hear the story about the chick down in Tennessee who was boffing the whole department. Like, what the fuck is y'all here for? I mean, for real, what are you here for? And I don't have anything against female officers, but I'm just like, they are not all created equal, dude. They're not all ready to get in for that shit.
Not till you have to work with them.
What's that?
Not till you have to work with them.
Yeah, not till you actually work with them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you got some who are the biggest shit talkers, but won't bust a grape.
Right.
You got the 1% to 2% that actually do their job and back you up. Then it's the other ones who are either fucking the co-workers or the drug dealers.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the whole scenario. It's like, dude, at some point we're gonna have to really evaluate these officers and see what the hell they're going through and see if these jurisdictions are getting, enough training.
Well, that's what I would think. I mean, at the very least, I would think they'd have to prove in some kind of way they're competent to fight. Plain and simple. Because the department that I went out for, most of the people that got on there was like some little 5 foot nothing folks. And I guess they just had a hiring fetish. So they hired a bunch of females. Like they must have needed a bunch of them at one time. They all like 5 foot nothing, 100 and nothing pounds. Working in places where guys could be upwards of 300 pounds. Muscle. The fuck is she about to do? Unless you about to tell me she is some Muay Thai master from Thailand that got her citizenship a month ago.
She says she's gonna get her shit together and she's gonna be unbothered. I don't need danger.
Yeah. See, those are the ones that worry me. I mean, I think I told you this story that I run in with the cop in El Cerrito by my shop. It was a big 6 foot something Latino dude. But he's scared as shit of me. Scared as shit of me. Sitting in a car. And he's nervous. And I'm like, dude, you cannot be out here this nervous. You're going to get somebody killed. He's scared of me. It's him and his sergeant and my black ass pissed off and trying to get home from work, getting pulled over on this bullshit stop. And he's nervous. Man, go do some parking tickets to get over that fear, because that's going to get somebody out here killed. Giving me countermanding directions and shit like that, and he all nervous and just keep your hands where I can see him. Motherfucker, how am I going to get you my wallet if I keep my hands where I can see him, where you can see him? I'm sitting on it. The fuck? Think about it.
No sharp moves, man. No sharp moves.
Yeah, no sharp moves. Keep your hands on the steering wheel and get your wallet. I'm sitting on my wallet. Now, are you going to be cool where I can reach down here and grab it? Or is this going to be a bad night for one of us?
What's the cool? You know I'm going to be a petty little bitch.
Yeah, that shit was ridiculous, dude. That was the one time I was actually really scared. Like, this will probably be the end. This will be it. This scary motherfucker right here will be the one. Like, Jesus Christ. And look, he handed me the clipboard, Charles, to sign his goddamn ticket. The motherfucker was trembling. The clipboard was trembling. He wouldn't even give it to me. No, I'll hold it. I can hold it. You shaking. Scary motherfucker, man. Oh, my God. I'm just, at that point, I'm worried about the next person he's going to run into. That's what I'm concerned about. Like, the next guy in, the next person that has to deal with this scary motherfucker is probably going to have a bad time. Probably going to be a bad night. It's like, if you're that scared, man, get a different job. You can do code enforcement. You can do parking tickets. As far as I know, it still pay the same money. Same benefits. The fuck? Get off the street. Artie Idmore, I did have that fuck you up face because I was pissed off. It was a bullshit stop. The motherfucker put me over from in front of me, going the opposite direction, and told me I was driving with no headlights on when I had stopped the car and turned off the headlights in the car. Like, what? Anyway, I'm share my horror stories with run in. Knock on wood, I don't have one. But anyway, thank you for gaming me up on that, Charles, because I did want your opinion on it. And I'm on call tonight, but I'm about to take my ass home right now anyway because I'm getting tired.
I don't blame you.
So
You don't want to be like that old commercial. You're working late tonight.
yeah,
Too late.
I'm already working late tonight. As soon as I decide I'm gonna pack my shit up and leave, I get that call like 10 o'clock. Are you out of your fucking mind? What do you want? Trying to leave. Anyway, but thank you, sir. I will be in the cloud, but I'm gonna get out of here before somebody hear me that I'm leaving.
Hold on, nigga. Hold on.
Oh, here this motherfucker go. What? Who let the bull loose?
What's going on, fellas?
What's going on?
What's up?
Not much.
What's up? In the
Yeah,
land
get
of
off
milk and
work.
honey.
Get off work. Had one beer. Gonna have plenty more.
Ain't that a bitch? You know what I saw today, Artie Ibmore? I was thinking about your good goofy ass too. I went in the gas station over here. They got a whole shelf full of Winter Jack, nigga. Just came in. I was like, oh.
That don't do me no good. I
It
can't
don't
even.
do you no good at all right now, but it means it should be available.
I can't get Winter Jack. I can't get Sinatra Select. I can't even get Applejack in my area right now.
I don't know what the hell the problem is. You need to move or something.
Baby.
Because all that shit is out right now. My peppermint rum chata, peppermint schnapps or something like that, or stoat, whatever the fuck that shit is. Winter Jack is out. Oh, it's time to go restock my shelves.
I have not seen
Wow.
Sinatra Select within 5 years.
Well, it wasn't stream because I was drinking that shit.
I have not seen that in 5 years, man. In my
Sorry.
that shit pisses me off.
Sorry. I heard AM ain't seen it either. I'm like, damn, sorry. I don't know what the fuck going on over here. Y'all too close to Tennessee. Y'all too close to Tennessee not to get none. I don't know what the problem is with your
They say,
state.
fuck those niggas over there. Fuck them new niggas.
Yeah, apparently they
over
don't
there.
need y'all. Don't want y'all drinking. Yeah. No whiskey
I may
for
have
the
to go to-
niggas over there.
It may be a North Carolina thing. I may have to go to South Carolina. So next time I go to Charlotte, I have my brother drive me down to South Carolina to the Total Wine down there and see if they have any.
Yeah, you better do some moonshining. Like grease lightning. Take a trip.
Oh, just to let you guys know, I know you are you guys big Afro Samurai fans?
Yes.
Okay, so if you go to your local comic book shop, they have or you can go on Amazon if you want to buy it from there. They have a complete edition of Afro Samurai that you can buy, volume 1 and 2 in a collection for like $40.
I have that, I believe.
It just
The
came out.
anime or the manga?
The manga.
Oh, the manga.
Yeah, it just came out. You get both volumes.
Let's see.
I think they have like I don't understand the differences because every time they show the description, it's the same. But one is 30 and one is 40. I got the $30 version from my local comic book shop.
Cheap.
Well, I mean that's the only one they had because they had another one, but it says the exact same thing. I think it has like each distributor gets a different one, and for some reason the one's $10 more. I have no fucking idea.
Charles, if you're awake over there, you can share this screen. So it looks like the box set one and two on Amazon right now is $33.99.
Yeah.
Paperbacks.
Yeah.
So trade paperbacks.
And if you guys are big fans of Arthur Adams, he just released an art book that was from Kickstarter. You have a soft cover and a hardcover. I'm supposed to be getting the hardcover within the next 2 weeks from my local comic shop.
Not the hardcover you wanted though, huh?
This guy.
I couldn't resist, man. I was just watching Kevin Hart and Dave and Kevin Hart and Chris Rock. So I got jokes coming. That's some good.
Wow.
Art.
Somebody's actually jovial tonight.
Well, I ain't been watching the news. That was the only thing I saw from the news today.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see what they say about Jonathan Majors. I'm still flabbergasted they're waiting this damn long to make a decision. Which pisses me off because I think they're trying to figure out how to stick him on shit. The jury.
Yeah. I've said that since this thing. Look, I'll tell you right now why I haven't reported on none of that Jonathan Major stuff in the last 2 months. Reason being is because they trying to hang him with this shit. And there's no reason to. When they let that bitch, they were going to indict her and she fled. She fled, and then they let her come back and took her testimony. I was like, what kind of shit is that?
Yeah.
You mean you let her know you was going to indict her, and she fled? She guilty. Case dropped, but they didn't drop her case. They still want to go through with it. She recanted her testimony. They still want to go through with it. I said, why is they really trying to hang this nigga out to dry so hard?
Very hard.
I watched that video. I watched the street video the other day like 5 times. It's like this nigga
running away from this bitch.
Running from this bitch. I mean, literally running from her. And the only thing I could see on that video, Charles, you can back me up on this. If you saw the same thing. When he about to put her back in the car and she almost hit her head on the thing, I said, there'll be some attorney in court trying to say he hit her head on this shit. Trying to frame him as the terrible man because he was throwing her in the car. That's aggressive. I'm like, get the fuck. How far do you got to run away from a white bitch?
This is my whole problem with even him putting her in the car, right?
Mm-hmm.
The simple fact of the matter is his driver testified saying that he never struck her while they were in the car. She was going after him. So at that point, that is self-defense. I'm putting you in this motherfucker and getting away from you.
That's day one. Remember when I did that stream on day one, we found out about that shit. I said that. They said there's video. Video tell it all. What we fucking talking about? It came out what the video showed. Case over, right? No, this shit is still going forward. All the way up until this point. Now they gonna drag out a fucking verdict too? Man, stop with the bread and circuses. Just quit it. Look, I've been listening to motherfuckers this week. Back up at 8-Leg Crawdad. Shout out to SIBO. On that, I never said anything negative about Jonathan Major. I never thought that he did. I said, you lying motherfucker. I heard you. You was one of the main people I was talking about. Convicting this man just because his name showed up in the fucking news. Get the fuck out of here. I never said that. I just want to clarify. Shut up.
I guess we have not learned anything from Amber Heard and Johnny Depp.
They don't give a fuck about that Amber Heard stuff because this was different. This was a black dude. You know he got to be guilty. Everybody that was talking shit in the beginning about him being guilty and casting aspersions that he was guilty and he had smacked up this chick and he was just an asshole in the past and what he did back in college. I'm like, the fuck does any of that have to do with this day?
Nothing.
You wasn't saying Bill Clinton was guilty for all that pussy he was getting back in college. Shut up. Since day one, it's been very few people saying Jonathan Majors didn't do shit. I was one of them that said, I don't believe he did a goddamn thing. She went to grab for his phone because he was on there texting somebody. Sound like a jealous bitch to me. Knew her time was up. The gravy train had run out. You had your last creamsicle out of that chocolate pop. And she didn't want that shit to be over. That's why she was trying to grab for his fucking phone. Why do you try to grab for somebody else grown's fucking phone and think it ain't gonna be a problem? The fuck out my face.
Yeah, I think they're trying to find him guilty on one of the things, and that's going to be that battery charge.
Battery for what?
Him shoving her back into the car. That's the only
he picked. Look,
that's
I was married to a smart woman.
because what one guy or this other girl was saying that they asked for detailed instructions about what he's being charged with and asked for video evidence of those
He
times.
picked her ass up. He grabbed her by her arms, picked her ass up to stick her back in the car. She bouncing out like a little kid, supposed to be putting them in the car. Her ass can't hit the seat and she back out again. He trying to pick her up and put her ass back in there. He didn't stuff her in there. He picked her up, like physically, lifted her off her fucking feet to put her in the fucking car. And she jumped out again. Like, that's when he's just like, man, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Beyond that, they got the video, the body cam video I was watching of when he called the police to his apartment the next day, and they walked up there with her to see the bitch laying out in the fucking closet, half naked and everything. I'm like, look, man, we got video of her chasing him down the street. You got video of her in the club with some strangers she just met that night out of the club getting drunk and shit. And you got video of her
using her
drunk,
hand,
knocked out in the closet the next morning. Maybe one of them dudes fucked her. I don't know. But it's too much video of this bitch acting badly for me to still be sitting there looking at Jonathan Majors. Well, he could be guilty of something. What? Oh, fucking God, dude.
Oh,
this is one of the reasons why I didn't like they tried to like put in all that extra stuff that happened like back in the past, saying like he abused her in the past. But none of that audio was like, even the audio was something like, I'm a great man. That was him just letting her know, like, listen, I got a plan for my life. Either you're gonna be part of it or you're not. And if you're not gonna be part of it, leave me the fuck alone. That's all he was pretty much telling.
From what I understand from a dude that's been watching the trial, that audio was not even from that fucking conversation after that event. That was from some other shit.
No, that's
a while ago. They introducing that shit like it was this the conversation they had right after he did this shit. Are you fucking kidding me?
They introduced that because they try to establish a pattern that he's been having. And I understand
bullshit.
Why they
you know what that shit is?
But
that's kitchen sinking. That's trying to kitchen sink his ass.
Yeah.
You know, if you've ever argued with a female, she wrong on what the fuck she did. The first thing she do, the very first female tactic she does when she wrong and you got her ass dead to rights, is start bringing up some shit from way earlier. She start time traveling like she Marty McFly. Well, back when such and such happened, you said such and such. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bitch? Well, you said you never do something like this again. What are you talking about? How long ago are we talking? Well, I can't remember how long ago it was. Then what are you bringing it up in this conversation for? You mean the same thing? You mean you got an attorney in that? I mean you ain't got shit. That's what that means. Well, to me, that's what it means. That you try to make up something.
Well, see, this is the thing that some lawyers were talking about how these cases are brought now these days, and that's what they hate. It's because it's not really based on the law; it's based on how people feel about it.
Yeah, how
and
they
a lot
feel
of lawyers, yeah, that's why a lot of lawyers saying like certain cases like this, it's hard because people have a preconceived notion of who you are, and when they do that, it's hard to change their minds about that. Even though you can prove to 100% fact that they've done nothing wrong, all they consider is like if you may have done something wrong, they'll convict you, and that's why I think why it's taking so long on this, because they think that he may have done something wrong. Because why would she act this way? It's like there's no legal standing about cheating on your fucking wife or your girlfriend.
Girlfriend, not even
girlfriend.
Wife.
And why not his wife, but his girlfriend. There's no legal standing.
That is,
you cheat,
as
if
far
you
as
cheat
I
on
know,
your
that's
girlfriend,
not punishable in court.
No, it's not. But it is punishable. So. It's her grabbing on you and taking your personal belongings without your permission.
Trying to.
What is illegal is you hitting someone because someone cheated on you. Y'all could have brought her on those charges, but you didn't.
No.
You could have said that he was defending himself. All this was is a he said, she said, pretty much self-defense on both parties. It really shouldn't have gone this far.
No.
It should have been just like, y'all just separate.
Yeah, but you've been hearing about it since. It's been the trial had been delayed for so long that what is it? L.A. Not L.A. New York district attorney or whatever is the one that's pushing the case because he likes making names for himself off of big cases like this. It don't matter if it got married or not. He just want his name in the news because they running for office again. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, dude.
Yeah.
This sounds so fucking corrupt. It sounds so fucking corrupt and a waste of goddamn time. This whole man career and life course is being fucking dangled in the fucking wind for one person to have, an ego boost. And the other chick, even though she did this dumb shit, his ex, she don't want none of this shit either. She ain't even interested in this shit.
That is the
Come
dark.
on, man.
That is the dark side of law. You know the guy's innocent, but you still got to convict him.
You don't have to. It's like an officer pulling you over. He ain't got to give you a ticket.
Yeah,
Not
but
really.
but it
Discretion.
benefits him.
Yeah, but if it benefits them, they're gonna try to make an example out of your ass. And I hate to see that Jonathan Major's whole fucking career, since he ain't got nothing out there, he ain't even been in the spotlight 5 minutes to get no shine, is in jeopardy over some bullshit and what people want to drag out for their own reasons. Like, I mean, how much video do you need? Fucking Johnny Depp went through all those court cases and he had video of the bitch saying she was gonna do the shit that she did to him.
Yeah, and he still got charged on one account in I think in the UK.
Fuck the UK.
Yeah,
They didn't have to prove shit.
yeah. So, luckily in this case, he proved everything he needed to do, but at the same time, he's still sort of blacklisted in Hollywood at the point. I think the only
Which still seems stupid. Which is still stupid. I kept saying this from the jump that I don't know what they had against him, that he stood to be in a position to make a shitload of money, be very influential, gain a lot of power in Hollywood from doing this next phase of those Marvel movies, whatever they may have been. And because of this one thing, all of that is in jeopardy now. I'm like, what was it? He wasn't gay? Or is it that bad that he all of a sudden came out he got a white girlfriend? Not even an American white girlfriend. She's from some other damn country somewhere. I'm like, because before they remember everybody was trying to say he was gay and everything else. And said apparently he's not. Apparently he's not gay. And that was a problem.
He just chose a Delilah. That's all.
I don't know what he chose, but I usually don't tend to worry about where motherfuckers putting their dicks, as long as it ain't my shit. So
I mean, I'm just saying,
my
like,
concern, really.
yeah, I'm not playing. I'm not saying who you fuck is. Okay, you fuck her, but at the same time, it's like you gotta know who you fucking. And if you know that she's mentally unstable, you need to go ahead and let her ass go.
You don't usually know that until after you fucked them.
Hey.
There's some signs, but there's some shit you only gonna learn after the fact. That's why I always ask that question to people. They say, "Oh, you got to pick better." I was like, "When does a woman become crazy? From day one when you meet her, or day 15 when she does something crazy? When does she become crazy?"
But what's this the first time she ever did something crazy?
That's not the question, though.
No,
Because the answer to that question is you don't know. You have to experience the woman to find that shit out. And is this the first time she did crazy? Probably not to this level, because it's always a progression. But it was probably there from the jump. You never know that shit until it starts getting revealed to you. And usually it takes about, depending on who you with, how crazy they're going to be, could take a week, could take, 3 months. You never know. Some people can fake it, but they can't fake it for longer than 3 months.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you've been working, because I know that to be a fact. Because so many people can hide who they are for so long. They're going to show you their true colors. And if you choose to stay with them after they show their true colors, then all you really doing is enabling that behavior. Because you're staying.
Here's the thing. You say they show you some craziness the first week or the first 2 weeks that y'all seriously fucking around with each other. Maybe you can deal with that. Maybe you can't. If you can deal with it and it just seems like a one-off, you have to actually get another indication that is they're crazy, right? So say the next thing doesn't happen for another 3 weeks. On top of that, now you're a month and a half in, right? You fucking loving all the rest of that shit. Maybe met some of their friends. They met some of your friends. You know, they know your real name and shit like that. You know, some ties developing. Maybe it's not the same way as it was before, but if you have a big bucket of what's called of list on the wall that just says crazy shit, it'll fit there, but it's not as crazy as some of the other stuff, right? There's degrees to this shit. But maybe she snapped off about your underwear somewhere or leaving crazy shit at your house and asking who was that on that phone call. That's all shit that you can just mitigate and say, okay, that's not that big of a deal. We'll proceed to a point where she does some shit at a restaurant or something like that that sounds really crazy to you. But it's only the progression of all the rest of the smaller shit that she's did. You didn't leave at the smaller shit because it was small shit. Nobody automatically runs away from small shit. But it's absolutely asinine to think somebody gonna show you some big shit day one. They're not gonna show you that.
No, the small shit.
That's why. That's the point that I'm making. When did they become crazy? On day one or day 50 or year 300?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It because they will show you the small shit and then it will progress after that. You have to make the decision like, okay, you have to have the wherewithal to be like, okay, she's showing me this. How far she's willing to take the shit, and if I'm willing to go how far am I willing to go? Because if she's showing me this at this level, this soon, or wherever it was, this is why I always tell guys, you got to be able to just walk away from chicks. I don't care if you've been fucking for 4 years. I don't care if you've been fucking for 2 months. I don't care if you've been fucking up for 20 years. I've always been an advocate to say, once the kids leave the house, me and the wife can have a serious talk. Do you want to leave me or not? Because at this point, it's like we did what we were supposed to do. We raised our kids. So, do you want to continue doing this or not? After that, we got to renegotiate the contract.
No, I did that shit every year. You don't do that shit after the kids leave the house, because technically, if kids are involved, you might have 7 years, depending on how many kids, what type of kids you got, and what your plans are for those fucking children. Definitely by the time they get to middle school, you will see marriages start falling apart. By the time they get out of high school, marriages is pretty much done. Because that's how human beings and married people actually function in some of these relationships of convenience or for children.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
14 years, 15 years. You'll see people around their 40s, starting to be uncoupled. And those are the ones that were made for children. Because children are out of the house. The glue that was holding them together to try to keep that relationship together is now gone. When kids go off to college, you go into divorce court.
That's fine.
That's how that shit works. So I'm not going to look at a situation and say, hey, that's a possibility, so be scared and never do it. Fuck that. That's stupid to me. I'm not thinking that way. My thinking is a woman is always going to bring a level of crazy to your life, and you have to figure out what level of crazy she is trying to bring to your fucking life, and if you can fucking deal with it or not. Because some shit you can mitigate, some shit you can avoid. But you always going to deal with it. You are never not going to deal with some woman that is not completely wrapped up tight. You're never going to deal with that shit. They live in too much of an emotional place to always think you're about to run out here and find somebody that's perfectly all together. Fuck that. That's ridiculous. Because you're not perfectly all together yourself. So if you know you ain't perfectly all together, stop thinking this next motherfucker coming along like the goddamn Easter bunny with a basket full of perfect for you. That's ridiculous. That's just fanciful thinking, like they thinking you're supposed to have 6 inches, $6 million in the bank, and a 12-inch dick.
And that is why I say when you meet someone, you have to be very clear about your intentions about why you're meeting them for, and marrying, especially marrying somebody for. Then after you do what you're supposed to do, because the whole point of, to me, as far as marriage, really the only thing marriage is for is to make sure the kids are in an intact family structure. After the kids have grown and matured to the point where they don't need us anymore, then we have to renegotiate. Okay, that's okay. So we did what we were supposed to do. This is what we got together for. Now the kids are going, do you still want to be with me or not? If not, then let's go our separate ways and be bygones be bygones.
Yeah,
Because
that's not the way that shit works.
Well,
I mean, I understand what you're saying. That ain't the way that shit works.
I understand. I understand that. Well, I'm just saying,
having been married, I'm telling you, that's not the way that shit works. Nobody is negotiating just to have kids out of a marriage. That's not what that shit is for.
no, a lot of
Marriage in itself is to raise children, but marriage for two people getting into it ain't to raise no fucking children. It ain't about no fucking children. It's about simple things like when I get 60 years old or when I get 50 years old and I have now blown my fucking back out and I can't work, feed myself until I heal up, will you be the motherfucker there to actually make me some soup and make sure I can get to the bathroom without crawl across my fucking belly to get there? That's what marriage is about. That kid shit is for, you don't need to be married to raise no goddamn kids in a house together. You don't. But married wise, contractually wise, you do need to be able to be there to sign off on some of this shit that needs to happen with me, because you can't do that as a fucking girlfriend.
That's why marriage with children is important. I mean, I will have conversations with you if you want to. I just know Charles been sleeping on this thing, but
yeah,
because I know my definition about it or how I think about marriage is going to be completely different to yours. I already know that.
Yeah, because I've been married.
It's a developed thought when you think of marriage, because it's something that we can call, in totality, but for each person, individual is going to be different.
It is.
And it's,
because I will tell you. Go ahead, Charles. Sorry.
I was going to say this part real quick. I told people if I ever got married, it would have to be practical. And I think that a lot of stuff people don't get together in practicality. Like, I do agree with both of you when it comes to that, because one, I do want to be married to somebody who I like and can have a conversation with. Someone that can actually be a benefit to them, and they can be a benefit to me.
Shit, secretary of Black Line.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll form their head.
Exactly.
If she does, that's not a lady. But anyway, you gotta have some type of practicality. I don't know what your practicality is in it. If you just love a person just for loving them, that's cool too. But you might not get the results you wanted. But go ahead, Artisan.
I almost forgot what I was going to say. I'd say for the most part, at my age, at 50, if I got married tomorrow, it wouldn't be for fucking kids. It wouldn't be for kids, because that's not what the marriage is for. Marriage is good to raise kids in, but that ain't what it's for. The marriage is for me. It ain't for the fucking kids. Because being divorced, kids deal with you and your spouse, girlfriend, whatever, their parents, however the fuck they deal with them after they're grown, regardless of the two of you being married or not. It may make a difference to them if they've always known you guys together. Yeah, it'll make a little bit of difference. It makes a difference in how they interact and have relationships. But you ain't together for them. You're together for the two of you. And how the two of you work that shit out is going to be vastly fucking different than two other people work shit out. Because I can tell you the one thing that actually smart married people know is that you don't give other people advice on being married. That's the first thing. You don't, because your marriage is going to be completely different from theirs. That's where you don't give them advice. You can tell them what you wouldn't do, but you don't tell them how to do the shit. because it's going to be different. If anybody had one rule of making that shit work, I think everybody would probably fucking do it. And since the only thing that most people do nowadays is actually get divorced, it means nobody knows the fuck they doing. And definitely not the people who ain't doing it successfully. They don't.
Well, most people get divorced because of fleeting emotions.
Money.
Fleeting emotions.
Money is the first one.
I could tell you from all of my friends, it's been like, I just don't want to do this no more. The guy had one of my friends who I went to high school with. He had his own business, trucking business, had 2 or 3 trucks. He had a big ass fucking house, and his wife just came to him one day and said, I don't want to do this no more. And just he lost his whole entire business. He lost his big ass fucking house he had in Henderson, North Carolina, and now he's living in a fucking 1-bedroom fucking apartment somewhere back in my hometown. And his wife is still draining his fucking pockets, and she's like 15 years going to school because she can't make up her mind about what she want to do.
Well, that sounds like if he's still calling her his wife, that should have been his fucking ex-wife 15 years ago.
No, it's not. It's not. He doesn't say that's his wife. That's the whole thing. He's like that bitch.
Well, you just said his wife. I'm saying, is that his ex-wife?
That's his ex-wife. They've been
because that's somebody else's situation.
That's his ex-wife. I've had conversations with him when I was at the bakery because he worked there because he had to go pay his child support and alimony.
No, that's too much shit for me to delve into to figure out why he's still paying his ex-wife to go to school after 15 years. But I would say for my personal...
It wasn't 15 years, but...
I would say for my personal anecdote, Angry Black Man, you need to mute for a second because you got YouTube on. Thank you. I would say for my personal anecdote, the guy that got me into construction, Ron Ham. He had a big, beautiful house, smart woman, college educated, his wife, college educated too. They ended up getting a divorce too. Why? Because both of them like fucking around. Now, these are people I've grown up with my whole life, knew me when I was swimming in my daddy's balls. Now, both of them have been multiply married multiple times. You know what always ends up fucking them up? It ain't money. And it ain't fleeting emotions. It's not being able to actually commit to another person.
It's called, whose dick is this?
Exactly. All that internal shit that they don't know how to fucking deal with to keep a relationship going past a certain point. Because even when my mentor, this is the one who got me into construction, mind you, even when he got with a chick that he was fucking with, and they both work in the same trade, still didn't work. Why? Because she was crazy in her own way, just like his ex-wife was crazy in her own way. And his ex-wife had one husband and then another husband. Why? Totally different dude. Who's at fault then? The other dude? It's people, man. Marriage ain't for kids. It's good to raise kids in, but it ain't for the kids. It's for the individuals. And even now, the both of them are married to new people. Why? Because they older. And they married for companionship at base. That's it. Now, these are people who are my seniors by, they were in their 60s, getting close to their 70s. That's information coming from them. So it ain't like, I don't know why it circles around this, but I'm not the dumbest motherfucker on the panel about marriages. Most of the people I know are married or have been married, just like I have been married. So I don't need a whole long discussion about marriage and how it works and doesn't, because I've done it. It's not a conversation. It's a conversation, but it ain't a teaching lesson for me. So when I say something like that, that it's not about children, it's good to raise children in, but it ain't about children. That's facts.
That's on you. That's not how I think about it, but that's not what I've been taught.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm just I put it out there. That's why I think some people should be married. I think some people shouldn't be married. But I ain't never gonna tell somebody how they should have their fucking marriage. Never, because that's not my place to tell them that shit. Even haven't done it, because number one, I'm not them, and number two, I don't know that bitch either, and ain't never been her. And it'd be absolutely asinine for me to think that I'm gonna tell somebody else how to live their fucking life and be who they are.
Well, the whole point of me saying this is just for as far as Jonathan Majors thinks, we've got to rock around about that, is that this is the
Yeah,
woman
because
that
he ain't married to her.
well, this is the thing. He's the one who chose this person, and he's got to have to live with that consequence of making that choice.
Well, he was gonna choose somebody. Fuck, Megan Good can act crazy on him tomorrow. It's always a choice. You don't escape making a choice with a woman.
Well, this is what I'm saying. I tell everybody this: you got to make sure, to the best of your ability, to know who the person you shake out.
There's no certainty. There's no certainty.
Let me finish first, sir. Please. You when you choose someone to be in your life, you have to make certainty that they are who they say they are, to the best of your ability. I'm not saying it's got to be 100%. You got to make sure. It's just to the best of your ability, you need to make sure. I'm not saying that there can't be some situations where she's going to just act out and you just like, oh, shit, I need to set up. But what I'm saying is like when you see stuff, you need to take account of all that. And when you see stuff repeating itself over and over again, that's when you have to start making a decision to say, okay, I have to leave. Because I've seen a lot of guys in my life who just stick it out because they don't want to go anywhere else. A lot of guys I've seen that stick it out with women they really should not even be with, only stick it out for them because it's in-house pussy. I don't want to try to go get something else. Okay, you made that decision, but guess what? Deal with it. And I've seen a lot of guys get fucked up over that because of in-house pussy.
I think for me, I don't know the guys you're talking about, but I would say for me, the longer a guy is with a chick, the more he feels like he has invested in the chick. It gets harder to walk away like it was the first day that she never did shit for you and you never did shit for her. Gets a little bit more complicated than that. As far as signs of something bad or you should be looking for to be certain, one of the things you can be certain of is a woman is going to be a woman. And the other thing that you can be certain of is that you will never know how much time, no matter how much time you spend with a chick, you will never know her 100%. You will never know. At some point, you will have to hold your nuts and make a choice. And in some ways, plan for the worst and hope for the best. Because you're not going to get certainty. It's not not you personally, but you in general in yourself is not a sure bet. You're not. So it's absolutely asinine to me to think that you're going to look for some kind of certainty like that with somebody else before you even have a relationship with them. You'll never have a relationship then. You'll be holding your dick forever. You're going to have to roll the dice on some people because even like the chick I used to call my crazy ex. She would have do it right now. He might be happy. Good. Some of the shit that I was dealing with her was not okay for me because being beautiful as she is, some of that shit she was doing was not going to be conducive for me because despite how yellow I may look to Charles, I'm still black as fuck to a lot of people. So that shit was not going to work the same way for me. I couldn't have somebody out there doing that kind of shit. It wasn't going to work well. It wasn't. So me walking from that person was completely a different situation than the dude that's with her that can still be there with that shit because it'll work differently. And I'm sure he didn't have 100% certainty of a damn thing except for the fact that he about to get some new pussy. That's the only certainty. The uncertain part is how long and is it actually good?
I could tell you in my personal experience, the one thing that made me say, you know what, I've had enough and it made me realize that this is a red flag in the beginning. This is something I had to learn, and I should have been left this chick. It's a simple fact. When I was living with her, I was sick. She didn't go into the room and check on me.
Yeah.
And when I was getting ready to go to work, sick, providing for the house, only person working at the time, she said that I needed to go wash the comforter so she wouldn't get sick. So I was like, Then I had to reevaluate my whole entire relationship. I was like, you know what? I should have been left this chick because I ignored the red flags. And all I'm saying to guys is, at this point, it's like, listen, don't ignore those red flags because all it is going to escalate after that point. Because we know the red flags when we see them. We just like, oh, okay, she whatever, blah, blah, blah. This, that, blah, blah, blah. And so it's just like, nah, those red flags are important. You need to take note of that. Because the only thing that's going to stop people from doing the things that they're doing is, like what we just said, leave her ass. If you still stay there, guess what? She's just like, oh, this is okay. This is fine. I get to treat you like this. Yay. Fuck you.
Call her on that shit. Yeah, you got to challenge her on that shit. It depends on how, well, to me, everything is more than just red flags or green flags. But for me, that feisty talk shit, I don't necessarily like. And if it comes up and I check her on it and she calms that shit down, then it is no longer a red flag, but it is a yellow flag. That means she can't go there. But she does listen in the sense to calm that shit down. So there is some malleability there, some control. It's like a pimp. A pimp will listen to a bitch talk crazy till she step over the line, right? But he at least knows she has that in her. You got to know what she has in her. And if she's willing to submit a bit and tamp that shit down, you ain't going to take it away from her. You're not. That's what gets chicks to be fucking around and shit like that because they want to get that off somewhere. But she's going to have to understand that you're not the one to be playing that shit with because they're only going to get away with what they want. So they're going to give you red flags off top. It's just what kind of red flag is it? Is it a story about her stabbed her ex-boyfriend and got him arrested and shit? Okay, that's a huge fucking red flag that you need to walk away from. But if she's throwing up a little cautionary flag, like, oh, well, she kind of messy. She's not empathetic enough. That goes into, before you even start getting into a serious relationship with that chick. That's yellow flags. The red flag, though, the major ones for me, shit like that, baby daddy on child support, history of violence and shit like that, those are red flags. That means we would never be having a conversation to be into a relationship, let alone thinking, you know what, I don't need to be with her no more. No, it would have never got to that point. Hell fucking no. Never. That's not the point where I seeing red flags to leave on. Red flags like that is what I'm looking for up front, but I ask a little bit more deeper questions into motherfuckers to try to start figuring it out from Jump Street.
I see a red flag. It's like you say your car's on the fritz. I give you money. You got a new hairdo the next day.
This is the thing. I wouldn't give a woman money to fix her fucking car. I wouldn't. You know what woman I would give money to fix her car? My wife. I'd give my wife money to fix a car. But my girlfriend, I'm not giving her money to fix her fucking car. That's why she got a job. No. Especially not no new bitch. I'm not leading with my wallet like that. No fucking way. Because number one, if she's strong and independent, I shouldn't have to give you shit for your fucking car, should I? Especially if I just met you or we just been dating for a little bit. Now, if I take your car to get fixed, that's completely different. I'm taking that initiative as your man to take care of it for you. My wife, it ain't even a deal. That's a family car. So we getting that fixed. It shouldn't even be to that point. But somebody just, oh, my car broken. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do, daddy. I'm not giving you no money for that shit. That sounds like a rig up for a minute. Yeah, I expect to see your hair done the next fucking day. No, because that's not how my wallet opens. No fucking way in hell. No.
This dude,
Motherfuckers, look, I'm union minded. People earn shit that they get from me. You got to pay your dues into this union.
Oh yeah.
You don't get all the benefits up front. No fucking way in hell. No, I don't get all the benefits up front. Fuck you. No, hell no. No. I got a friend right now hanging out with her in Vegas. Her car got fucking keyed or some shit like that. Yeah, she told me about how much that shit was going to cost to get it fixed. You think I was opening my mouth saying I'll give you some money on fixing it? Yeah, my motherfucking car.
Wow.
It's not.
Nah. Nope. No,
Why am I taking that responsibility on? This is not my chick. This is a friend of mine. I didn't key the fucking car. I wasn't driving it when it got keyed. There is no responsibility on my part to provide anything for that fucking car getting fixed besides advice telling you call your fucking insurance company and it shouldn't cost $800. That is her responsibility. Now I could be super save a hoe simp and say, "Oh, I got that for you. Here, take this $250." But no, no fucking way. No, that plays myself. And if I seen her somewhere with $250 worth of material on, that'd be on me. That wouldn't be on her. She only doing what she can get away with. And what I let her get away with was $250 of my money for nothing. Hell no. Pay your fucking dues. Look at Trev talk about pay dues, 180-day probation. Exactly. Kevin was right when he mentioned that shit about you need to be looking at these chicks like jobs. Yeah. You show your job give you 90 days to prove yourself? You got 90 days.
Yeah, they do. They do to prove themselves. And they need to continue to prove themselves, just like your job.
Yeah. You have to continue proving. You get reviews. Like,
yeah, you get a review.
What you're talking about with your my marriage review was every year. It was like a contract negotiation. Do you want to go another round? Can we sign you up for another year? And I'm not bullshitting. That's exactly what the fuck it was. Because I understand the fickleness of women and feelings. So I'm not worried about the fact that it could end at some point because everything ends. It's not going to be forever. There's only two ways you get out of a relationship, by death or by choice. And most people always take the choice. Death is the one they don't plan on. So if I already know it's finite to begin with, I'm not going into it thinking I need no certainty. I'm enjoy what I have for the time, and let's make sure that the time that we have together is good. And when it's over, it's over. Had a good time. Thank you. But I'm not looking like, man, we got to be certain. There ain't no fucking certainty in life. I'm not certain to like this bitch tomorrow. So what's certainty in for? That she not going to take me to the cleaners or some shit like that? Look, I've been broke a lot of times in my life. I've been homeless a couple times in my life. I'm not worried about that shit because I know what I can crawl up out of. And why would I pick some trifling ass bitch like that anyway? I wouldn't. That wouldn't be somebody I'm sticking my dick up in. Definitely not somebody I'm wifing up. I'm not picking hoes up out the gutter. That ain't my job.
Well, my whole purpose about the whole thing about marriage is about duty. It ain't about love. It ain't about even liking the bitch. It's about duty.
Yeah, there's duty.
And if she can't follow the duty, then I shouldn't be marrying her in the first place because my whole thing is we got a duty to, take care of these kids, make sure they're straight. After that, my duty as far as this thing we got arranged is done. I wouldn't even been. I mean, it gets to the point where, you want to continue. Let's continue. But as far as is what the world we living in now, it's like a lot of people don't even fuck about marriage. They don't even look at it as duty. They look at it as fleeting emotions. I want to get married today. I want to get this. I want to get that. And so that's the whole thing with my brother. He didn't marry the chick that he was with for 8 years, which I told him was like, if you're not going to marry, just go fucking leave her. But guess what he did? I want in-house pussy. I stayed with her until she couldn't stand it no more. And she just she's looking at him like, I spend a lot of time with you. You need to marry me or give me a kid. He didn't want to give her a kid. He didn't want to marry her. Why? Because she was all about fucking money. She wanted a fucking $60,000 wedding. And he was like, I'm not paying $60,000. But this is the thing.
You can tell her you can get a $60,000 wedding if your family pay for it. Since I'm buying the cow,
but this
tell your daddy.
But this is the thing that when I said to him, you know, this chick was about being in a higher echelon, wanted to stunt for everybody, but she's about money, this and that. She wouldn't have been on your radar if you were at my level. You're making it 6 figures a fucking year. You're a high moving black man, and she's seeing you as a come up. As much as you may have loved her, you need to love her enough to let her ass go, because you know you weren't gonna marry her. He was like, "No, I'm thinking about it." You know, no, I know you. You're not gonna marry her. And guess what? They broke up because he didn't want to marry her.
Well, that's how that shit happens. I mean, what is it that said in the space before? You know where the woman ranks. She will hit a plateau with you, and if she's wife material, you'll make her a wife quick. If she's not wife material, she'll never get there. And she has to learn that too. Because she can't make you propose to her. She can't. Only way that shit happens is if bun in the oven and an old school shotgun marriage. That's how that shit used to happen. But if you ain't giving her no baby, she ain't got no fucking leverage. She can make you do shit. She can make your life miserable, but she ain't got to make you take it. You choose that shit.
Which is one of the reasons why I told him, if you fuck her, use a condom from this point on, because she let you know what time she on.
She let you know what time she was on, right? So in that situation, in that just that given situation, that's him taking the responsibility for that shit. So if he had slipped up and slipped the condom off and busted in her, it's like, oh, Art, guess what? She having a baby. Like, nigga.
I wouldn't hung up.
You strapping up like you were supposed to? No, then shut the fuck up. Take your medicine.
Yeah.
You couldn't be certain that it was going to happen, but she let you know what she was gunning for. I told my son the same shit. But him living his life and me living my life, when I asked him flat out, when I found out about, the girlfriend he had, I was like, are you using your protection? Well, not all the time. I don't want to hear that shit, son. How much is not all the time? Give me a percentage. Well, about 70% of the time. I'm like, motherfucker. Okay, so you shooting up the goddamn club. It's not going to be a surprise how this shit is going to end. This is the part that's why I say there's no certainty, because we know how some of these roads end. If you shooting up the club with a chick that you can't decide if you want to actually be with, she's going to end up pregnant, nigga. You're going to have a pregnancy scare or you're going to have a pregnancy. But that's the two options coming out of that shit if you want to be that fucking stupid. That's what's going to happen. So when it happens, there is no, oh, she went the other way. She turned left on me. No, she didn't, nigga. You turned left on yourself.
Because you ignored the red flag.
It wasn't even a red flag. She just told you what time she was on, which, given a certain age, you already know women is on that kind of time. It's not magical, mystical.
It's a red.
But what you do, you mitigate it to get the outcome that you want. Maybe you do want the pussy, and maybe you don't want the baby. So maybe to get the pussy and not have the baby, you use a condom while you're getting the pussy so you don't have the baby. Now, you could say it's a red flag because she said, oh, I want to have a child. Okay, yeah. I think every chick want to have a child, even lesbians. But she can't get one if you ain't, shooting up the club. That don't mean you don't fuck. It just means you use a lot of protection to make sure that she ain't getting the club shot up.
If you're gonna shoot the club up, shoot blanks.
Shoot blanks.
I'd rather you.
I told you before, I was fucking with. She got upset when I told her that she couldn't get pregnant. Not by me. You got a vasectomy? I said, none of your fucking business. She was upset. Why? Because she wanted to get pregnant. Yeah. And when she found out their possibility was that there was no possibility of her getting pregnant, she was upset. Oh my God, you just ruined my plans. Yeah, monkey wrench, bitch. That's my middle name.
But that's what I'm saying. You saw that flag. It's like, nope. I'm letting you know right now, it's not going to happen. I'm already.
Yeah, but that to me, that's not a flag. That's just women. Women want to have babies. That's not a surprise. That's why it doesn't seem like a flag to me.
That's why I said
Every
biological
woman
marriage.
wants to have a baby. Sooner or later, they're gonna want one. My daughter proved that to me on stream. Like, oh, I was thinking about it. Like, oh shit, really? Since when?
No, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's not a flag to them. It's a flag to you because you know what you want out of life.
I know what I want when I wanted it, but I had to learn that shit from going through the teenage years of not knowing what I wanted outside of I want to fuck. And not understanding how quickly girls, young girls, not grown women, young girls, get on that shit about wanting to have kids because it is a come up. That's why I say you have to think about the age range. Different age ranges have different desires that they're looking for. There is an age range that's always looking for babies, but once you've progressed out of that age range to where it is not even in their best interest health-wise to be having babies, they're not about having babies. They're about having other shit. Because all the rest of that good living shit is only in service of them living good. The baby is just a way to get some of that shit. But that's usually a mentality you can see up front that it's a lazy bitch.
When was the initiative for the teen mom pregnancy scare? Was it in the 90s?
70s.
Where they're talking about teen moms, pregnancies, and they're doing a real big initiative government-wise?
Gen X, 90s. Where we really started late 80s, early 90s, where they really tried to start tamping down on that shit because it was Gen X had a lot. Gen X is the group for teenage moms explosion. That's why we are so used to dealing with baby mamas, or at least women that have babies.
So it's
pretty much they all did.
So for my generation, we the ones that got the whole like, yeah, these females are on this shit. We were told at a very young age, at like 5 and up.
I was telling my son from 5 about protection. About protection, about a loaded pistol in his pants, and how one nut will cost you a lot. And I was able to show him the math on how much one nut, that one semen, was costing me, or would cost me, projected through time.
So I guess the reason why I split that out there is because what was put forth in front of me for the government and all the socialization as far as that concerned, maybe that's why I have a different perspective on these kids.
Well, I think you have a different perspective because you grew up in a different time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The time that I grew up on, that's when all that shit was pushing, like Teen Mom on MTV and all that sort of shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were so sensationalizing it a lot on MTV at that time.
And that's when you saw like a lot of the teen pregnancies went down after that.
Yeah, because there was our explosion. The Gen X was attended that. Your explosion was population control. So that teen mothership was not supposed to be a thing, even though it was more so, especially on MTV, it was more about little white girls.
You gotta think about it. It's like for us,
15 and 16 and pregnant, that bullshit.
For us, it hits heavier because we're black men. We're not the canary in the coal mine. We're the motherfuckers coming off of the fucking boats in Normandy and D-Day. That's who we are.
First wave.
Operation Dark Shield.
You're behind the darkie, yeah.
Yeah, behind the darkie. The Dark Shield, yeah. And I mean, it hit us harder. That's why, black men, in condoms we trust. And at least we hope. But the fundamental flaw with a lot of things is that we're still brought up to trust women.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's ingrained.
And hey, Dr. T, Hassan Johnson, I feel honored.
Hassan John, what's good?
No, you're making me think of him on Johnny Quest. Hassan John.
I'm trying to figure out what he's doing up this late. Were you grading papers?
problem.
You know, professor by day, adventurer by night. Black Johnny Quest. And what you fundamentally see is this. I see a lot of black men who can't make fundamental decisions about women. I've always thought there was something wrong about it, but my parents taught me differently. It doesn't mean they're bad people. It's just that they're confused. And what's up, Bruce Almighty? Long time no see. Just finished, huh?
Mm-hmm. Finished doing his papers.
Come on up if you enjoyed it. If you like, always invited, Bruce and Dr. T. A lot of times as men, we look at marriage fundamentally different than women. Well, we have to. Well, women have to because women are biologically illogical. And what do I mean by that? If men had to have babies, there'd be only 3 motherfuckers walking on Earth each year.
Maybe.
They'd be like, wait a minute. I'm going to go through this pain for 9 to 10 months just for 15 minutes of fucking. Shit, that doesn't work out. Women have to literally have hormones to make them illogical. I know what your dick is going to do, but for that little bit of time, it's going to feel great. I know I'm going to have my back pain. I know I'm going to have like all kinds of shit moved around in my belly. Yeah, I love it.
At the same time,
So
there's
of
some
course,
chicks
they're going to think,
have a little piece of you inside of me for 9 months. I can't wait. There's some chicks that say that shit.
oh yeah, that's why it's so logical. That's why it's illogical.
Mm-hmm.
And we just look at women and think they're just as logical as us. And then it's like one of my buddies, keeps his daughter away from him, tries to fight him and lie in court. And why do you do it? You know why? Because she's crazy. Nobody. And I mean, seriously, she needs to be evaluated in court. The court needs to be ordered to evaluate her ass. You have no fundamental flaw except you want to be right. You don't want to be a victim. And I remember I'm talking on the phone trying to help negotiate for him to see his daughter. And she hung up on me. And I looked at my boy and I was like, this bitch just hung up. I called her right back. I said, look, see, I got a dog in a fight, so I don't have to really feel bad whooping your ass. Hang up on me again, and I'm gonna make this motherfucker show me where the fuck you live and kicking in your door, and we're gonna have some words. She ain't hang up that phone again.
And I think it's because she knew you were serious.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Some things that we're, for certain people in certain situations, I'm willing to do the time. And
was that line from Bishop Don Juan? He said, "A woman will test you, and if you tell her the next time you do that shit, I'm gonna beat your ass. She's gonna do it again to see if you about what you said. And when she does, you're gonna have to beat her ass and stand up on it like a rock to let her know that your ass was serious. You're gonna have to." And that's a pimp. That ain't me saying that shit. That's a pimp saying that shit. Who got chicks in line, but he's not talking about all the eventualities that happen with him.
Yeah, you gotta think he's a very black pill guy. Have to be in that line of work. I mean,
in that line of work, you have to be. That comes with the territory.
It's the same thing with policing. You can't make idle threats.
No, you cannot.
You gotta make a motherfucker believer.
Took the words right out of my mouth. No threats. Don't make idle threats. Just make believers.
Whatever you say, you got to stand up 100%. Because if you follow back on it, that's not only for women, that's for men too.
Yeah. Object lessons and examples.
Dude, that's what I told a lot of people. I said, dude, you disrespect me again, I'm gonna fuck you up. And I said I tried to become professional, but I'm gonna fuck you up.
I
Guess
got
what happened when what happened when that guy tried me again? I wore his ass like a pair of shoes.
I got a saying: a dog that only barks and don't bite is not a threat.
That's the reason why, women are given in our community the education and the jobs and the benefits they get because they're not a threat. As a matter of fact, they're actually a benefit to the system because they always pay back in. And they also figured out when women get married, they don't spend money. There's somebody telling them, "Oh hell no."
Yeah, if they got to clear that shit with somebody or actually explain that shit to somebody, like, what the hell did you just do? What did you just spend that on? Like Art with red flags. The last chick I was messing with, that was her red flag. Her red flag was she didn't want anybody to tell her to stop shopping. Because she made a lot of money for pushing a lot of papers and organizing events, basically being a mom to some CEO, right? Or executive, right? So she made a lot of money and spent a lot of money on needless shit. But she didn't want nobody to tell her to stop. I told her that's why she got divorced. Because if you're not going to listen to the man that's with you, tell you stop spending so much goddamn money, then nobody needs to be with you. Then you just turned yourself into just a wet hole.
Mm-hmm.
Because your red flag, that's a legit red flag, especially if you're a frugal person. If you're a frugal person, that's a red flag. If you're somebody who likes throwing money around, you ain't even thinking about that shit. Oh, whatever, bitch. I'll buy you whatever you want. It's not a red flag to you. So that's why I say it's different for certain people. It's not one size fits all for some of this shit. For me, it's a red flag that means you ain't got no self-control and you don't like to fucking listen. Two things that I have no love for and no time to be dealing with. I've raised kids. No, I'm not doing that shit. And I'm not going to keep projecting in the future and seeing there's bags in the house from some place that you were hiding. There's all this shit that you fucking bought. Hell no, you never drain my fucking bank account like that. No fucking way. I make my own money. I can do what I want to. Well, yes, you can do what you want to. You can keep buying that dog food and that cat food for that animal you're going to have in your house sleeping in your bed. Won't be this Negro.
And if it's a dog and a cat, and when you die, it's going to eat you.
Shut up.
No, it's true. When people
I know it's true, but it's true if they have enough of them.
No,
hungry.
you can only have one. As soon as it gets hungry, it will eat you. There have been plenty of stories where they found cats inside women. Just
yes.
Well, you got to realize, don't worry. All they got to do is put peanut butter on certain body parts, and they'll still eat you.
Yeah, they will.
Oh,
I told you that story. That's a real life.
That was a girl in my high school that did that shit.
Scooby Ruby Roo.
Yeah,
what girl?
There was a Scooby Doo experience she had. Put peanut butter right up there.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, imagine that. No wonder the dog likes you to watch. He always gets the leash.
Why does the dog smell like fish?
Well,
Because she don't wash up with JJ.
Why does the dog always tell you to wear something nice for dinner? No.
Dogs smell like trout.
It's a doggone world. Dog eat dog world. Oh my God. Oh man. Scooby Ruby Roo. That's all you need to say. I think that it's another subject, that's very related to this.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I'm gonna sound like an asshole to a bunch of people.
Oh my God.
Surprising. Amazing.
Amazing.
It still shocks me how many dudes are not used to women. The behavior and And what's the behavior and certain attributes of women? Like they just don't know. Like I'm like, oh my god, you motherfuckers don't know, do you? Wow.
Yeah,
I
one
wonder
day-
why.
No,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, sorry. Go ahead. I interrupted you.
Excuse me. Shit. Oh, damn. My germs. But it just shocks me because how many times it's probably because a lot of them haven't been around women as much as they say they have.
True.
It's like, and it's like it's still shocking. Like, good God, are you like what you don't expect her to act this way? You goddamn right.
Yeah, there's some things that there's some things that you can expect if you dealt with enough of them, and there's some things you can understand if you've heard about it enough, right? But some of it is not a mystery. It was a mystery to me when I was younger. Some of it was a mystery to me, right? And that's why I was getting blindsided with a lot of bullshit up front because I was not there for that shit, right? But after dealing with them, some of it is just expected. You know where the shit is going to end. I mean, that's the benefit in some ways of being a man is that you can forecast into the future enough to see where the road ends for what type of bullshit some people is on. And that's where you decide if you want to be there at that level of shit or you don't. That just comes from experience, right? Women have a bad job at doing that because they are momentary, because they're more emotionally based. And in that moment, everything seems like a good idea. One of the things I always tell women when they want to exactly start predicting the future and stuff like that is I want them to show me their crystal ball. And then I want to ask them, if you actually can tell the future so bad, why didn't the last relationship work? That means you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
That female's intuition on the fritz, huh?
Or as
They got intuition.
or as they like to say currently, he was a narcissist, using the word all incorrectly.
Well, that's a lot of projection. I mean, I talked to one of my exes recently, and she said some shit about she went to a coworker's funeral, and some of the words she heard at the funeral were really feeling. She was really feeling. This was on my way to the airport to Vegas. So she texted me to say that she had let go of all this other stuff and hatred, and that life was too short for all this stuff, right? And she forgave me for what I did and whatever. I'm like, the fuck did I do? Right? What I initially told her was, well, yeah, that's why I contacted you, because I already understand that shit. That's why I contacted you, because I don't need no animosity. There's no point in it. There's no point for me carrying around a bundle of fucking rocks of bad intentions and shit like that for your ass. For what? They ain't doing shit for me. So that's why I can make peace about that shit, forgive, but never forget, and move the fuck on. Her thing is, well, it was still all your fault. I had to forgive you. You ain't forgave shit for me because I didn't do anything. And my rebuttal to her was, have you got counseling yet? What's the name of your therapist? She still ain't got one. So you ain't fixed shit. You jumped on, you ain't moved on. Which means you jumped on another dick, but you ain't fixed the main problem because you still projecting your bullshit on the people.
You know the old saying,
The carousel, jump back on that bitch real quick.
You know what they say? Women project so much, the shit ought to be in 4K IMAX.
It should be in 4K IMAX. I should see that shit playing at the Sphere in 18K because they project everything. And those for me are red flags. Your inability, because we already know that accountability is a woman's kryptonite. So they will escape that shit like Harry Houdini. Okay. that shit will never be able to stick to them.
Accountability? No.
Nah, I think not. I'm a Cirque du Soleil this shit to get loose. No. That's not going to be
Shout out to Bruce Almighty for the $10 holla. Here you go. You know, that give you a little bit of this old school right here. The old
Get in there some cough syrup.
By the power of Grayskull.
I think they have that on Tubi.
Oh yeah, and make drama bad for his $10 holler.
Now for a lesson. You may have heard these words before, but I'll teach you what they really mean. Go beyond. Plus.
And last but not least, 3000 GT Atlanta. You might have known this guy. You might have known this guy who made this one. You might have heard of that guy who made that one.
Maybe.
You know, you might have.
I am nobody. I'm a ghost on Manosphere.
Shit, I'm damn near almost non-existent at this point.
I'm
Still existing.
Still living.
You host the Coliseum. What the fuck you talking about? You the second host of the Coliseum. What the fuck you talking about?
I need to start making more videos, but I've just been working.
Shit, what do you think? I'm sitting at work right now.
Yeah, but I can't be on stream while I'm at work. You can.
Well, ain't nobody here. That's why.
Hey, nigga, you see these kids?
Look at this control center going on. This motherfucker got the whole ops center running.
Yeah, I can't do all that.
I thought you was falling asleep. You sitting up there in the comm room.
Well, that's not actually. This my office. The lieutenant's in his office.
Yeah.
So we both each got our own office.
Like now. I got them 2 monitors set up. That's just what my shit look like now. I'm like, yes, nigga.
Did you get that fixed?
2 screening you bitches.
Did you ever get that fixed?
Yep, I did.
Okay.
I got.
That's funny. I'm gonna tell you 2 anime subject.
Funny how that works.
It's funny because I'm into 2 animes that kind of like brought me back into like, are you not entertained? The first one is what's this shit called? Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead and Spy Family. Spy Family had me rolling. It's a good.
Didn't watch either one of those. Those sound like some late 90s.
No, I told you about Spy Family. It just came out.
Oh, it's new. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I said. It did not trigger a memory at all. It's like I have never seen that shit.
It basically is the girl has psychic powers that she can read minds. And so, the male protagonist in it, he's a spy who has to be on a mission to have a family. So he has to adopt the daughter and get a wife. The girl he is psychic and she can read minds. The wife that he chooses is an assassin. And what was the dog, Charles? The dog is a telepath too.
Fucking Brian.
Hey, Peter. I haven't made it to the dog part yet.
Yeah, I think the dog has some type of powers too. It's like crazy because she can read everybody's mind.
Which is
and she both knows that both of them are assassins and spies, and she's just enjoying it. Like
and she's enjoying it because
that little girl's a fucking trip.
The fucking punch that you gave the school bully was funny as shit.
Yeah, she punched the fuck out of him. Like he ran into my fist.
That's one way to describe it, right?
She's like, it was his fault. He ran into my fist. Yeah, she punched the fuck out of him. I was like, damn.
And it's funny because, you know, the family slowly but surely starts like actually being around each other. They really like being around each other. They're very protective of each other, man. Don't fuck with no members of that family. They will fuck you up, each one of them.
I'm waiting on the second season of Blue Lock.
I like another enjoyable anime was Blue-Eyed Samurai. I enjoyed it until I heard the little feminist line, but it wasn't so bad that, you know, it wasn't watchable anymore.
Oh, don't worry.
Feudal
I
Japan.
ain't finished with this shit yet.
So, yeah. I'm like, it's feudal Japan. You're not being a feminist. Get the fuck out of here. But I was like, okay, go back to the action. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable. Did you see the part where they did the whole because she passed and it made it into class, she the father actually put up a whole act of like spy gangs where she was pretending to be kidnapped, and he called all the agents and they played the part too. They were like, man, this sounds fun. And they were so impressed by it. They were like, yeah, we'll do it. And they were playing like the parts of the villains and the henchmen. They were so into it and they were liking it. And then they gave the person who's in charge, the handler, they gave her the bill. I was like, do you think we're made of money? Yeah. You're an agency. Oh man, action up there.
I do not have steady hands for this shit.
Up to a lot of jokes.
Now I'm looking
You
at
said that about masturbation.
a Gundam model kit. He's customizing it.
Oh, okay. Like
I'm
I
glad
said,
that you put yourself out there for a lot of jokes.
Yeah, he opened that door like a gaping hole in the Castro, boy. Like,
Oh no!
What
Speaking of gaping holes, when you had the steady hands, you were tired of masturbating.
He has a bow and 2 swords, and he has like demon horns as a head on his Gundam.
Reminds me of that chick on Instagram, Gundam Bay. My God. Meeting her in person. Whew, Lord.
Oh, BlurCon?
Oh, yeah.
I just want to meet Artisan at a pool table. That's all I want to do.
They might have one at BlurCon.
It could be your worst nightmare.
You know, he's just going to have light skin powers activate. Full love of
Fuck
hustle.
y'all. You know what, Charles? You and that light skin. You wasn't even there Sunday. You missed that shit. Toya was there trying to explain that shit to me, how I got light skin powers. I'm like, I am not that damn light skin. I said, you and fucking Charles.
Light skin powers activate.
It's okay. You can come to the light side. Get the fuck out of here.
Come on, a chandelier, the bear
Too light
skin
to
rug,
be
and a
dark.
fireplace out of nowhere.
Too dark to be not black. I'm like, whatever the fuck, dude.
Oh my God, that shit is so funny. Oh my God.
Shit was hilarious. I was dying. Light skin. Okay, whatever the fuck.
Whatever, Negro.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever the fuck. You know what black folks look, motherfucker, you 2 shades lighter than me. You light skinned it.
You know?
Still on the same color wheel. We're still on the same side of the color wheel. What the fuck are you talking about?
Whatever you say, Smokey Robinson.
Being with you niggas. Like,
tell me tomorrow.
Hey, Charles, can you share this real quick?
Uh-oh.
Since we're all geeks.
Lost my glasses again.
Yuck!
Oh,
What
the
the
Ace
hell?
man.
I'm looking for my
Get fucked, Velma.
You could at least have the decency to put an arch in that shit.
Huh? Oh my god. gross. What is that?
That's
Tell us, Fred.
desirable cringe body having ass.
Ain't no way. I thought it was some sort of humanoid, deformed, dying rat bear giving birth. At least put an arch in that shit, Velma.
Facts. That's what I'm saying. I knew I wasn't tripping.
She's built like a wounded camel fetus.
Bitch built like a wilted crescent moon that's given up on the night sky.
Built like a sagging bridge in a children's drawing.
This is the type of shit that just pisses me off. It is face down, ass up, not ass down, face up.
Velma, look. You see how I'm busting it open?
God.
You gotta really lean into it and let the arch take over. Almost turn your body into a question mark. The top of your ass damn near should touch the back of your head. A nigga won't last 2 strokes in this.
I'm gonna put my whole head inside that tonight.
Oh my God, play that shit again.
Oh fuck, dude. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Play that shit again.
Hold on.
Ace
let me-
Baby having a wild ass videos, man.
all right, there you go.
Yo, what the fuck did I just watch?
Oh no, that shit.
I lost my glasses again.
Yuck! What the hell are you doing, Velma?
I'm looking for my glasses.
You could at least have the decency to put an arch in that shit.
Huh? Oh my god, gross. What is that?
That's Velma's undesirable cringe body having ass.
Ain't no way. I thought it was some sort of humanoid, deformed, dying rat bear giving birth. At least put an arch in that shit, Velma.
Facts! That's what I'm saying. I knew I wasn't tripping.
She's built like a wounded
Check that Daffy Taffy.
Built like a wilted crescent moon that's given up on the night sky.
built like a sagging bridge in a children's drawing.
This is the type of shit that just pisses me off. It is face down, ass up, not ass down, face up.
Velma, look. You see how I'm busting it open?
God damn!
You gotta really lean into it and let the arch take over. Almost turn your body into a question mark. The top of your ass damn near should touch the back of your head. A nigga won't last 2 strokes in this.
I'm gonna put my whole head inside that tonight.
What?
Daffy Taffy.
Who's on a damn name? He's like, God dang. No wonder him and Velma always snuckle.
Yeah. Like, yeah, Shag, Stu, y'all go with Velma. Me and Daphne gotta go work on some shit. We're gonna go look over here.
God damn. Oh man.
I'm mad that she said a day over the last 2 strokes.
2 strokes in that shit. You got a moped motor.
Oh man. That shit was funny to me.
Ace Vane ain't no shit. Ace Vane ain't shit.
No, he's not.
Suspect of what you be looking up, Art.
Hey, I just be finding shit.
Yo,
That shit be
internet,
funny as hell.
yo surfing. Surfing is something else, man. I don't know where you find this shit, Negro, but it was hilarious.
Ace Vane. You should see the one when they leave in the doom, take over a meat warehouse. And they get called up by what's his name? What's the basketball player?
Which one?
Goddamn. What's the one who used to call himself Superman at the
Shaquille O'Neal.
About Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard calls him, and he's like, "Yeah, I heard you got all that meat. Yeah, we got all the meat here. Yeah. I know. I had it delivered to you guys earlier." I mean, then they see a picture, like they show a frame of Brainiac in his bed.
Oh shit!
Jesus.
And then he saw the daughter. Turn it off! Turn it off! Turn it off! They were like, "What the fuck kind of meat are we selling?" Oh Lord, man, Ace Vane ain't shit. They got him with him and Superman and Batman rapping. Oh my God, the Brave and the what? The Brave and the what?
Nah, I like his channel. He's a funny guy.
Oh my God. Oh my God, watching an hour long of his shit. Boy. Social media made people some talented motherfuckers. I tell you that much.
Yeah, they did.
Blame you, millennials.
I think that's the one you talking about, where he's
Yeah,
rapping.
I'm putting this shit together.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Hold on. All right, let me share this.
Sandwich is so good.
This guy eating this damn sandwich. I'm sitting here hungry as hell.
Oh
There you
yeah,
go.
the world's finest.
Oh my God. Let's be real.
No, not these motherfuckers rapping.
You know,
Let's listen to the bars.
old. I could lift up a tractor at 8 years old. Super speed, no, I could never take it slow. Like a fly, but on beats, I was made to flow. I came to the planet and gave it hope. Yeah. I really gave it hope. Bad and Soup's the world finest as brave and bold. Bad and Soup's the world finest as brave in the wet. Brave in the wet. Brave in the wet.
And you hear Robin in the background.
Difference is I don't need power, it's just prep time and I'm trained to go. Patrol the city in the rain or snow with a protege that I train and mold. I love meeting the commissioner and then disappearing like a fucking ghost. Like, hold up, where you at? Where he went? Where he go? Protecting Gotham, the city's restored. You could get beat up and locked up a lawyer. Then I would beat up and lock up a lawyer. I haven't been diagnosed mental disorder. Brave in the wet. Brave in the wet. Brave in the wet. Yeah, it's the brave and bold. I came from a planet, now ashes and pieces. A fetus that Phoenix. They thought I was Jesus, but closer to Moses. You study my thesis. I lived in the zenith. You pull a heater on me, you're not much of a genius. Your shooting is useless like hands with no fingers. Unless you're a wizard, no Gilbert Arenas. You're dealing with someone that can't lift arenas. Wait, run that back. Bitch, I can lift Venus. Justice is blind, but that bitch can see us. Me and the bat, the ultimate team up. Go to my fortress, you can't lift my key up. I fuck on lowest and fly with my knee up. I look your way and that shit might just heat up. I'm in the gym and I'm lifting with Kias. Criminals better get low as a Caesar. They see me and seize up and start having seizures. When I'm in the booth, you know the procedure. Cold as my breath. Now let's take a breather. Flying around with an S on my chest. Crisp time, family crest. I'm a real man still. Yes, still is my flesh. So all the villains that try to hit me be feeling depressed. One time I thought I died. It was just a deep rest. Woke up feeling refreshed. Should make it where I don't have any enemies left. And all crimes all pop big in Kennedy's death. But I will still have some enemies left. Offending me, yes. Identity theft. 10 on my right, 10 on my left. I don't really have the energy left. But if you won't smoke, I'll be at the chimney step. Faster than speed and bullets stronger than the locomotive. When it comes to back commotion, then I gotta hang the code up. It's a lot of common goals, but they never put the code up. When it comes to super shit, well, you know I talk the code up. God, that was a little verse Superman. What's wrong with you trying to outrun my daddy? My daddy's wrong. My daddy on his nose, huh? Oh, shit, the big Tyson. Oh, my God, daddy. Hey, you know what you want to do?
My daddy.
What you want to do, daddy? Hey. Oh, my God. I'm about to prep out on this shit. I'm about to prep. I'm about to prep out on this shit. I'm about to prep and go investigate a crime scene. I got my scanner in detective mode to find things. Oh, look, a threat from someone's clothing in this lime green. I hop back in the Batmobile and hit the high beam. I know the corporate close, I'm finna check the side street. Now I'm riding past the alley, guess who I see? Who you saw? Joker, Riddler, IV. About to put them all in hospitals on the IV. And I'm pissed cause I just had my cake dry clean. I'm on the super friends, but I don't like teams. Will the crime never stop? Bitch, of course not. I know a mounted cop, he just had his horse shot. I make your whole fucking body one sore spot. We in the crime chopper. Doors pop. She gave me some head and now I'm leaving. I don't return the favor, I don't eat. Why you doing Catwoman like that, Daddy? One time I had Paul Bane and I was bleeding.
Why you doing Catwoman like that, Daddy?
Home and made some things and clean. Cause you a fucking butler, bitch, clean. Clean it, you bald head, bitch. Keep asking why I'm fighting these demons. What the fuck, bro? I told you that my parents was deceased. That's not a word. Deceased is not a word. I don't like I'll be real with you, Daddy. I don't really like your verse on here. What happened? Like, I thought, what the fuck was that? I got your back though, Daddy, you know, whatever. What the fuck? Like, I mean, I thought it was gonna be a little bit more.
Shout out to Ace Fang. He said he fucks on Lois.
Fly around with his knee up. Captain Morgan.
Oh man.
Are you not entertained? Everybody working the late shift.
Yeah.
I'm about to take minutes home.
Yeah, it's about that time. It's 3:12 in the morning over here.
Yeah.
12, but I got a 30-minute drive. I was getting out of here to Ari Edmore jumped his Torian ass up here.
You know, that was bad because you know my man gonna be playing the theme song to Taxi when he drives home.
I'll be playing that Knight Rider anthem. Trying to get this Super Pursuit mode.
I'm loving the fuck out of Tubi this week.
Love you some Tubi, man. I stay with Tubi on my shit too, because you told me that shit. So
Tubi, you gonna make me do a live stream about that shooting too. That police involved.
I told your ass you're supposed to be the manosphere, you know, police correspondent, man. When something come up involving police, you're supposed to be the first one to have a live stream up to explain this shit. Like, calm down. Let me give you the real information.
Let me give you the real. Like, you know, according to Cynthia,
maintain low tones and let the officer get to you.
You know, stop resisting.
Yeah, stop resisting. Stop resisting.
You know,
Sit your ass down. Stop resisting.
I looked at that shit. I was like, man,
Oh, that's a classic.
Shit.
This is a classic right here.
Yeah, he sent me a response to. Black Bane sent me a response to that shit too.
I gotta hear that shit.
Oh, goddamn it. Hello?
Oh,
Hey,
that's a classic.
what's up? Oh, nothing, brother. Just checking in, you know. Look, bro, if you're trying to borrow some money, I'm gonna have to hit you with a hell no this time. I'm tapped out. And oh no, brother, it's Juneteenth. I'm checking in on this glorious day of our independence. Okay, happy Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth. Well, it was great talking to you. I'll check in later. Oh, hold on, brother. Wait, y'all doing something for today? Like, no, we're just kicking it at the crib. We're not doing anything. You sure? Because it sounds like kind of like y'all turning up. Nah, we're not turning up at all. We're chilling. Why are you music? Nah, Michelle's just watching VH1. VH1 hasn't played music since 2003. Well, shit, nigga, are you Wikipedia? I'm disappointed, man. Why I couldn't get an invite? Look, I'm gonna keep it a whole 100 with you. You're a freeloader. What? You just show up to shit and start eating. Last time you brought 3 people, you don't contribute to anything. But you're the host. Yeah, but nigga, damn, you could at least bring some napkins. But today is about freedom. The key word is free. So everything, but everything over here is black owned. You support black owned business, right? Man, fuck your party. I don't want to go to that shit. Right. Because crazy shit is I actually have napkins this time. Nigga, no, you did. This I did. You don't know. Well, guess what? Fuck you and them napkins. What? Bye, nigga.
The one that he talked about.
Charles, did I send you that one I saw on Instagram where it's from Empire Strikes Back and Luke is yelling about Vader being his family, being his daddy, and Vader responds back to him, "The fuck you mean, nah?"
Nah.
Black folks is, man, I'm telling you, black folks is some of the most creative people on the planet.
Oh, yeah.
The most creative people on the planet. Because that shit just ruined, it didn't ruin Empire Strikes Back for me, but every time I think about that shit, I hear, "The fuck you mean, nah?"
I'm gonna tell you the one,
Dude.
the same scene that I just played, right? I got the one posted on my page on Instagram about the 4th of July, and he's like, "Why are you celebrating when our people were not free?" He was like, "Well, so you're not coming over here to get these ribs? Well, just I'll come over there, you know, and you can wrap them up and they can be 5th of July ribs. No, these 4th of July ribs.
These 4th of July ribs."
He's like, "All we do is not go to work, sit around and eat."
Yeah, that was funny.
Like, oh my God. Somebody need to turn the whole BCU into what black people really think. Oh Did you see the one with Ace Vane where he had the weed trapped underneath the Justice League headquarters? They're like, weed legal. Oh yeah. And Batman told him, Superman using the super breath to blow inhale all the smoke, and he told him, hold that shit in, hold it. Yeah, don't be no bitch. Yeah, hold it. Yeah. And then he passes out, and he's like, "Oh shit, he dead. Pass that shit."
Eighth Vein got real popular during COVID.
Yeah, he did.
He was pumping these things out during COVID.
Yeah, that's when he popped off. Oh my god, you can't give black people old cartoons, man.
No, you can. I mean, the ones that I seen with the Ninja Turtles talking and stuff was funny as fuck. Shit, the ones I seen that black folks have done just with the damn cat videos and shit like that be funny. Like,
oh, he's got a Chip and Dale one. Oh shit.
Oh, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
What, the Rescue Rangers? He said Chip and Dale.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Chip and Dale broke boys.
The broke boys. Oh, don't tell me they got squeegees in the middle of the fucking lane.
There you go, Charles.
Oh no, don't squeegee my fucking window.
Fucking $35 on a bottle of Patron? It was for the hoes, bro. Fuck them hoes. That's what I was trying to do. You stupid son of a bitch. You get the old Patron bottle and you put tequila 1800 in that bottle and they think it's the same thing. I hope you got full off eating gas last night because now we're gonna start.
Hey, I didn't interrupt y'all, but can one of y'all order me an Uber or a Lyft?
I knew Sprocket was gonna show up.
This bitch crazy, bro. She was the ugliest one out the group. She even got here. You spent fucking $35 on a bottle of Patron? It was for the hoes, bro.
Fuck them hoes. Why can't I get an Uber?
You think the ugliest one out of the group? That was Gadget. Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's Gadget.
Oh my god! Remember Man of Steel when Jonathan Kent was telling Clark not to come with the tornado? I had up there one of the videos. It was posted when your friend walks off the club with a tooth, and he didn't have that for like 6 months.
Yeah, he's like, no. That shit was funny. That shit was funny. So I was like, come on.
Oh my god, that is so true. Oh yeah, your boy standards go down real low when you get done. He gives you that. You're like,
last chance ass. Last chance ass. Club is closing.
Yep.
We closing it up. What you got?
oh my god, you think she's a 8, but she's a 3 with the lights on her.
Yeah, she ate something bigger. Only 8 was what she had.
She was like, do I look pretty? Bitch, when you smile, I think you're the predator.
Here you go. That's a funny one. Y'all got me looking at videos now.
You started that shit on your own. What the
Or right on the fucking couch. Fuck with your boy.
With
That ass is fine.
what happened?
I'm there looking like a snack. I think I'm running out of shit to say. I don't think she understands what. I got you, bro. I'm gonna make this whole recognize. Hey, bitch, you don't hear my bro up here spitting this grade A game to you? Bitch, you better recognize when you've been chosen. This the realest nigga in Transylvania. But you don't that damn kneecap cupcake hairdo you got on your motherfucking head.
Bitch, talking shit looking like a slave's vagina.
Bitch, you look like a spoonful of mayonnaise.
You look and smell like Sandra Bernhard.
Bitch, who the fuck is Sandra Bernhard?
What the fuck do you look like?
Bitch, your shit wasn't funny. I'm about to come downstairs and bite your stupid
Y'all
ass.
lame asses ain't gonna do shit. Y'all scary asses ain't scary, bro.
You mean we're not scary? Bitch, your mama ain't scary.
I guess thank you.
Bitch, what you mean? Thank you.
Because she's not scary. You're right.
You know how I meant that. I meant to be mean. I'm not
Okay,
trying
but it ain't work though.
Shut the fuck up. I will bite the fuck out of you. Bite the fuck out of
Do
you.
it and see what happens.
Shit gonna happen, but you being bitten.
Well, you're incorrect because you gonna get hepatitis.
Bitch, I'm not scared of hepatitis. I bit Magic Johnson in 1994. Right on the fucking couch. Fuck.
Fuck with your boy.
Fuck with your boy.
The realest nigga in Transylvania.
Straight out of Transylvania, huh?
Well, boy, I'm gonna use that all tomorrow. Thanks, Art. All tomorrow I'm gonna be using that shit.
With your boy. You should wear a cape too.
That's a buzz. Looking like a star.
Like, hey, you hear my voice speaking all this great A game? Oh my God.
Look, with the realest nigga in Baltimore.
God.
Charles Faulkner, fuck with you, boy.
I come equipped with handcuffs.
Come equipped with Coca-Cola and handcuffs.
Oh yes, good word is good all the time.
Oh, this one's funny. This one's funny. Mr. Rogers and Big Bird.
Oh shit.
Hold on. This one's funny. I saw this the other day.
What's up, cuz? Hold up. Who the fuck is this nigga? Excuse me, my nigga. Do you mind me kindly asking who the fuck you is? You look lost like you took a wrong turn or some shit, but I'm gonna give you directions on how to get the fuck from around here. You take a long walk that way, nigga.
Oh, I'm in the right place, cuz. This is You Got Me Fucked Up Avenue, right?
Oh no, this is I'm about to beat your ass Boulevard, but I can show you where you got me fucked up at. It actually starts up there at the intersection and it ends right here. So I can understand your confusion, my nigga.
Look, bro, you're not really good at intimidating niggas.
Bro, what the fuck you mean? I'm triple OG out this bitch.
You're a bird, nigga.
I'm so sick and tired of people not taking me serious. I'm a gangster. Look, would a gun help?
Possibly.
Okay, I got one at the crib. I'll be right back. Wait here.
Oh my God. The lineage of gangsters, nigga. The lineage of gangsters. We gonna be out there with the rabbits, George? Yeah, motherfucker. Let's go get the pistol.
But I'm gangster.
Yeah, but I'm gangster. I swear I am.
Says a lot.
Yeah. Go get the gun from the crib. Yeah, we'll be here waiting.
And performing in front of 65 people here, pretty.
When he said yeah, this is You Got Me Fucked Up Boulevard.
Yes, he did. Anyway, let me go ahead and get out of here, Charles. Thank you for answering that question, Artie Idmore. Fuck you for being Artie Idmore.
I will do a full live stream this week coming up talking about that. That's for you. And
I'll be looking for shit.
Remember, a wise man once said, Mr. Rogers ain't got shit up on our neighborhood.
All right, later, guys.
Fuck with your boy.
Fuck with your boy. Your ass is fine.
Down there looking like a snug.
Like a snug. Be using that shit. I'm gonna be using that shit. I give Artie Idmore credit for showing it to me, but that's gonna be stuck in my head for a week.
Fuck with your boy. Hey, Anderson, where you going out tonight? I don't know, but fuck with your boy. It's New Year.
Exactly. See, what time is it? Oh, it's past midnight. Oh, well, fuck with your boy. The realest nigga in Transylvania.
Straight out of Transylvania. Oh man, it's just as bad as Cleopatra coming at you.
I'm out of here. Peace, y'all. Peace, Art, Ray, Charles, chat. I'll see y'all in these streets.
Here we go here. Fuck with your boy.